action. Okay, guys. Yes, this is Donald Williams, CEO. Yes, that's right. Chief Executive Officer. Okay, Donald Williams, Jr. But, yes, we're here today. 25%. I'd rather have 25% of something than 100% of nothing. And as I turn my phone off, because y'all don't need to see my messages. But I'm still a boss. That's why I'm here. It's the uncut truth of operating a business. Yeah, I got my cell phone. I keep it with me because clients calls, and I mean, it's not all the times that you can just put the phone down. But I have this young lady, Miss Deliqua here. She's an author, self-published, wrote 2 books. She is a fitness model, a mental wellness coach, and she also have apparel. This lady is doing a thing. I thought I was doing it. Click like, click share, click follow. Click share with a friend. Yeah, y'all know I don't be doing all that where it's not like it's filtered, edited, and all that. You know, it is what it is with me. Like one of my friends told me, it's like, oh, Donald, I've listened to your podcast. Yes. But I appreciate everyone, especially my day ones. I'm on like episode 30 something. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Like I am having a ball with it. Wait till I get to 100. When I get to 100, guess what I'm doing? Appreciating you guys. And thank you for your loyalty, love, and support. So we're going to get down to it. We have this awesome young lady who's hiding her drink between her legs. I hope Shaleel ease his arm under there and take the drink, you know, because she wants to talk. Yes. Shaleel, get the drink, please. But y'all going to see this on the episode, and Shaleel cannot edit this out. He cannot. Because, you know, that's business. She got her drink, and it is what it is. See, the problem with a lot of business owners, they make everybody think it's the big house on the hills. Like every basketball player makes you think like I play one game and then I make all this money. No, you have a lot to do outside of playing that game. And you have to realize that. Those basketball players have to train hours and hours and hours. So when we see them partying or turning up, but we don't see them practicing. And that's what some of them need to do. One of y'all professional basketball players, if you make it big off of this, give me my little credit. Give me my credit. So film a day. Let them see a day in the life of you. And so everybody can understand what's the hard work that goes behind it. Even as physicians, people like doctors make all this money. Medical school, residency, undergrad. Like, that's 12 years. Plus, they still have to take and study for boards and go through so much. So it's not as simple and easy as you think. But we about to have some fun with it because I'm about to let Miss Deliqua. Introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. So, yes, I'm Deliqua Isom, self-published author, transformational speaker, Flawless Fitness Foundation founder of that, swimwear, gymwear, and lingerie, Flawless Fitness Apparel, and Flawless Fitness Spa. I don't think I forgot anything. So, yes, that's what I do every single day, all day, except for when I'm sleeping. I am a mother. I am a grandmother. My kids are grown and gone. Thank you, Jesus.
Girl, you look good.
Thank you.
You started young?
I did. I had my first child at 15. My second one at 18.
Okay, because you have to look like you just becoming a mother. So
yeah, I'm glad I got them out of the way. Now I can live my life and really focus in on purpose and do what I love to do.
Yes, that is a beautiful thing. So your grandmother, how old are your grandkids?
6 and 4.
Oh,
two
my
boys.
gosh, it's so
my
cute.
son has two boys.
Okay, is he the oldest?
Yes, he's 30. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're young like me then.
Yeah, I'm young.
Okay, y'all know I got a little spice
40,
for me.
You know, but yeah.
You look great.
Yes, 45.
So, how long have you been in business? I'll ask you that first.
Oh, I've been in business. I started in cosmetology, so it's been 20 plus years.
Wow. So it's been 20 plus years. So how was it raising 2 small kids being an entrepreneur?
Ooh, hard as, can I say it? Hard to say.
I don't think you say that. I don't think you say that. I was told we can't curse. So
it was extremely, extremely hard because my backstory, part of my story was healing as I was raising 2 children and being an entrepreneur.
So you say healing. What you mean?
Healing from trauma. Emotional, physical, molestation, rape, domestic violence. So trying to heal, operate a business, and raise 2 children was extremely difficult.
But people don't realize that when you have mental issues, and it's not just necessarily like your psychotic or crazy things that are brought from the past that you have to suppress and you have to put behind you. Because at the end of the day, we eat what we kill. And if we don't get up and go out and kill, we don't eat and we don't get paid. So it's not like we can go to work and call in sick and get a paycheck. Correct. And if it's an emotional day that you're having, how do you go on? How do you carry on? And you have to pick up that baggage and you have to just carry it. And I like to see a lot of women that's in other countries, I think in Africa, where they put the thing on their head. They strap the kids to their body, and there's some strong women. And one time I seen this lady carrying something on her head, this thing, and a ton of laundry, and she only got paid 25 cents.
That's a lot like life when you look at the loads that we carry emotionally, physically, spiritually. We walk around like that. You just don't see that physical image.
But the problem is that she did it by choice for work. We do it by choice for just to carry. At some point, we have to let go.
At some point, you have to let go, release and let go to move forward.
Yes. So as a business owner, how did you suppress all that? Like, how did you go on with the healing?
I didn't suppress it. I dealt with it.
Okay.
That was the only way that I could go forward. It wasn't something that I had to cope with. I had to take time for me. So when I wasn't operating in my business doing clients' hair, I was at home taking care of me spiritually and getting through facing my issues. And so that came with a lot of self-reflecting. It came with a lot of forgiveness. It came with a lot of just being aware of my own self and choices that I was making. And so I had to allow my healing to reflect my choices in life. And so a lot of times what I've noticed, even with myself, I was healing, but my behavior was still the same. So I had to learn how to correct the behavior as well by making better choices, better decisions. When I forgive, understand that I can forgive you, but you don't have to be an active part of my life. I forgive you unconditionally. I'm cool with you, but I don't have to have you in my presence every single day.
Oh, that's strong. And that's very strong. So I'm glad you're able to forgive. I'm a person like, this is me now. I mean, I used to hold it, but like now in my age, and I used to feel like I had to carry everybody's burden and everybody's problem. This is me right now. This life I have here, I'm enjoying it. I'm over 40, and I'm not carrying nobody's burden.
No, don't. I tell people all the time, you don't have to take ownership of anybody's mess. That's their mess. You ain't got to physically pick that stuff up for them.
And I go to sleep just fine.
Just fine. And it's
just fine.
Just fine. It is
and
okay.
I have a team of 11 that works hard for me that I need to be supportive of. And I can't be supportive of them if
you're not.
If
at
I'm
your
not strong.
A-game.
And not at my A game.
Correct. Facts.
And that's just it. So the thing about that is that I need to be strong.
Correct. You definitely need to be strong. You need to be taking care of yourself every single day so that you can show up as your best self, your higher self. Because a lot of people are pulling and tugging on you as a business person, correct?
All day long, like I'm an octopus.
Long, right?
Like even Shalel just calls me. I like to throw him on my clips. I hope he don't be editing himself out. I like to throw him on my clips, y'all. One day I'm gonna get him to sit down with you guys, and so he can talk to you and see how it is working with Donald. You know? And so yeah, see how it is working with Donald. The real deal. Yes. So tell us more about your book.
My book, which one?
Pick one. I like that. I like that.
Which one, boo?
Hi.
So I have my first book, Through the Pain I Rise, Let's Talk. And I take you through my story. It's very raw. It's very transparent. I didn't leave anything out. I did change people's names. I left my name the same, but I changed everybody else. But I take you on my journey from being molested at 5, and that continued to happen to age 12. I talked about my domestic abuse. I talked about me being raped. I talked about my financial struggles.
We're going to leave some of that stuff in there. But did you identify, was the person a relative with the 5-year?
Okay, so from age 5 to 12, yes, I was molested by 2 male cousins. And then one, she wasn't my biological female cousin. She was my sister's cousin.
A female?
Female,
Oh, my gosh. How much older was she?
Not too much older. Not too much older. I don't know our age difference, our age gap.
So were you able to, did she get prosecuted or did anybody get arrested?
No, nobody got arrested. Nobody got prosecuted. I told at age 5 and I never told again.
Because they didn't believe you.
No, well, I'm not going to say she didn't believe me. My mom but I got in trouble for it. I got a whipping for it. So after that, everything that happened after that in my life, I went through it in silence and alone from that stage on. Because what happened with me was I got silent. And I felt, okay, well, if you can't protect me, there's nobody else that is going to protect me.
And it was a boy and a girl that was doing it?
Yeah. 2 males.
And how much older was he?
Oh, I was in elementary, and I don't know our age difference.
It was in high school or adults?
No, they weren't adults. Probably maybe 6th or 7th grade, they were.
At 6th and 7th grade, I was playing with toys.
I want to say 6th or 7th grade. I don't really know their ages, but they are older than I am. Yeah.
And so, do you still see them?
Yeah, one of them is dead. And then the other one, yes, I do see him periodically. See, I'm not from Georgia. I'm from Florida. I moved here 7 years ago. But yes, when I go back to Florida, generally it's for a funeral or something, I may see him.
And do he speak to you?
Yeah, we talk all the time. It's called forgiveness. He's never acknowledged it. We've never had a discussion about it. This is what I say this all the time. I don't need an apology to forgive and move forward in my life because I'm not going to give you that control over me. Because what happens is if I give you that control, you're out having a wonderful life. My life is in a negative whirlwind because I'm not releasing what you've done to me to move forward in my life. So forgiveness to me is solely about me. And that's what I tell people all the time. It is about you and your success in the direction that you're going in your life. It has nothing to do with the other person.
That's very interesting. But I can forgive you, but I just won't deal with you.
And that's fine. That's
fine.
But
at that age, your kids, and they were older than you, and it's unfortunate that it happened. And I hope that a lot of people that do read your book, especially if they went through your trauma, it can find some healing there for them, and to help them cope through those dark days and those dark times, because it's not fair that you were the one abused, and it's not fair that you're the one that got in trouble when you're only an innocent child, and you can't expect to hold a child to adult standards.
Correct.
And expect them to know better. So I mean, that's like Maya Angelou movie Why the Caged Bird Didn't Sing.
I don't think I've ever seen
You
that.
have to watch that.
The thing I think we have to understand is we're so much advanced now than we were back then. So our parents didn't know how to deal with certain things because certain things were happening to them.
And like it was okay.
So that behavior, that curse, was just transferred and transferred and transferred. It takes one individual to say it stops with me. It's not going to happen to my children because I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to be transparent with them and I'm going to let them know that I'm here for them. And I'm not going to allow my children to be put in situations to where it can happen. So I became a very overprotective parent. You can't go stay over there. They can come stay over here because I know what goes on under this roof.
Yes.
So it did shape me as a mom raising my children. I was very overprotective, but I also express why. This is why, because this happened to me. And I don't care who it is. I want you to feel comfortable enough to come and tell me, because when you come and tell me, yeah, you might have to come get me out of, somebody may have to come get me out of 33rd, which was the jail in Orlando. And it was just real.
It's understandable.
That was just my real approach to it, because I know what it felt like to go through that and not have the support. So I wanted my children to know, Mama got you, boo. Unless you're wrong, then I'm going to let you figure it out on your own. But if you right, Mama got you 100%. So,
and writing through that and writing the book and writing your book and putting that in there, I think that's admirable, and it took a lot of courage and strength, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. My book was strictly about assignment. It was what God said to do.
So have you marketed your book to help those that are in trauma places? And have you sold a lot of books?
I've sold a lot. I'm actually getting ready to go in September, going to Africa to speak. Yeah, I just got selected yesterday. I'm going to.
I don't know. I think I've seen the stuff on one of the commercials. Yes.
So I'm going to speak at a mental wellness event in Africa, in South Africa, at the university.
Safe travels.
Thank you. So that's one of the areas, but I have been, promoting it on social media and just doing events and speaking at different things like that. So yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So that is so good and so true. So after you wrote your first book, what your second book was about?
My second one is called Behind the Scenes of Purpose. So how to align yourself to God's given purpose for your life. So it talks about the mindset, behavior, releasing behavior patterns, old trauma, finding a way to forgive, understanding your strength, understanding that your personal power. It talks about business making. If you running your business, you need to run your business. Don't be giving out tasks to other people, and because when things get messed up, it's gonna fall on you because you're the brand, you're the name. But that book goes into a lot of the limiting beliefs that we have and that we struggle with every day, and identifying those things. It talks about your higher self, who's in charge of you every single day. 3 people fighting for a voice: your ego, your unhealed or healed child, and your higher self. So it's a mental that book is a mental detox. I tell you, anybody, when you read this one, you better be ready. But I wrote it as conversation style, so I'm asking you questions. Create a journal that goes with it. So
don't tell them too much. You got to give them something to look for.
Yeah. Don't tell them too.
Don't tell them too much. So guess what? Click like, click share. I'm going to buy 5 books and I'm going to give them away to some of my followers.
Awesome.
Please send a link to my team so we can get some books and stuff.
I will.
And I have a friend. He's over the school where they save sex trafficked girls.
Oh.
So I'm going to buy some books for each one of those girls where they can read your book and story, and hopefully when they get to up age, they can be on a journey to, to recovery. Because it's not easy mentally, and that's something that traumatizes people for the rest of their life. And helps hinder some of the decisions that they're making.
Correct. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes,
so you do that, and it was just writing and going through that. With the kids, how did you snap at them? Were you more patient with them? Like, how did that affect you with raising kids?
Raising kids, like I said, I became very protective. I was very verbal with my children. I let them know on conversations probably that they didn't have no business being in, but I wanted them to learn firsthand from me. So they didn't have a whole lot of leeway, especially my son. Mm-hmm. He didn't have a whole lot of leeway. I was very hard on him because I feel like him and I, we were raised together. Mm-hmm. We were raised together, even though me and my daughter too, but it was just something about that first morning. I just felt like we were raised together.
You had your first child at 15?
At 15.
Were you raped, or that was...
No. It was the first time that I had consensual sex.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. How old was the dad?
He's 2 years older, so yeah.
Yeah, it's like just young. So, I mean, it just, trauma, most people, when they go through the trauma like that, they don't want to be bothered or don't want to be touched. So, for you
It gave me some insecurities. It gave me a lot of insecurities, not wanting to fully disclose my body, and viewing sex as trauma. And having to not only heal my emotional wounds, but heal my yoni wound as well. Releasing the trauma. We got to get real. Releasing the trauma from that area as well. So, and just embracing my body, and being okay with it and not looking at it as, just being weaponized all the time. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of things that I had to overcome, mentally, and things that I had to do. Like, I was an affection person. Like, we ain't ever you ain't got to touch me at all. I'm good. I'm good. So I mean, there was baggage that came with it that I had to release.
So are you married now?
No, I'm not.
You think that have something to do with it?
No.
You just don't want to be bothered.
No, I do desire to be married. Let's be clear. Can't let all this go to waste.
And you're beautiful. And you're beautiful.
Thank you.
So wait, since we got the people listening, what type of man you like, sis? We might find your husband be listening.
Well,
Shalelle, you single, huh?
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, Shalelle single, ladies, and if you so that's Shalelle laughing in the background, so he can't edit that out.
So I like a very confident man. I like a man that has direction, that knows where he's going. I like a man that is comfortable with both his masculine and feminine energy. I like a man that can just embrace who they are and ain't worried about what nobody else got to say. You know, that understands their purpose, walking a leader. Be the head. You were created to be that. So walk in that. You know, it takes a very strong individual to deal with me. Not that I'm hard to deal with, but I know who I am. So if you really don't know who you are, you're going to struggle with me, because everything I say is going to be offense to you, because you got some emotional issues inside of you that you need to deal with.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, hey.
So how did you get into fitness?
Fitness was a part of my healing.
Most people do use fitness as a healing
Fitness
process.
was a part of my healing, you know.
And honey, she don't have no waistline. Go ahead.
Let's be clear.
Okay, on you.
So fitness was a part of my healing. I literally started working out, and God was showing me how he was rebuilding me and restoring me. And I did not want to get into training, but I just used to use it for my own personal. And then a client of mine, I was doing her hair, and she had said to me, "Why don't you do fitness? You're always working out all the time." And the couple, the husband and wife that I was working out with, they were trying to pull me on their team to be one of their fitness trainers. And I kept saying, "I'll think about it. Well, made the decision. My pastor came in. I was doing her hair, and we talked about it. And when she left, she paid for my first certification and for her hair. So I was like, okay, God, I'm going. I'm going to do it.
You're going, and you like it. So how many clients do you have?
It varies right now because of COVID. Everybody kind of scarce. So roughly about 10 clients a day.
That's good.
It's the same 10 people.
That's still good.
It's the same 10.
So you still do hair too as well?
No, I stopped doing hair. I haven't done hair in over 7 years since I've been here in Georgia.
Just like you didn't want to do it.
I never thought I would give it up, honestly. But
It's
God
time for a
called me
change.
into fitness, and when I got here, it was just like, this is what I need you to do. This is the path that you're on. And I was already doing fitness before I moved here, but it was like he totally moved everything out of my way, because fitness was the lead way to my purpose. Fitness was the lead way to my purpose. So, because I learned a lot about me in that era of me just taking care of myself. And so when I started training other people, God was showing me things that they were dealing with, and I was helping them not only through fitness, but through mental wellness as well.
So mainly full time, you do fitness full time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that is a good thing.
Fitness and mental wellness coaching.
So how many books have you sold so far, if you don't mind asking?
I don't know.
You haven't kept.
I haven't looked.
So
honestly, haven't looked.
That's when you got so much money, baby. You just roll it
No,
into
that ain't it. It's just I don't know. Somebody else asked me that, and I'm like, I really don't know.
Did you do a book signing?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. My first book, I did 2 book signings. I did one at Essence, and then I did one that I hosted myself. And then this one, I did a book signing in February.
And how did it go?
It was okay. It was okay.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, it was okay.
But you got to understand that, and I talked about this today. You'll see it later, guys, on a TikTok that's out there. This will be out before the TikTok. This will be out after the TikTok. Failure in business is okay. It's just on your road to recovery and success. You can fail in business and still be successful. I failed in business in some businesses, but I laid down, got back up, and got back swinging harder than ever. Mm-hmm. So don't think that because this one event didn't turn out right that this is a problem.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
Keep going.
Keep going. Readjust, reevaluate, shift, but don't shift the focus. Shift, but don't shift the focus, and just figure out what did not work the first time around.
What did not work the first time around?
And sometimes it's just timing. Sometimes it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just not, you may just not be aligned with the time. Maybe there's some things still within self that is hindering you from hitting the goal, and you haven't figured that out yet. So I'm big on aligning to purpose, which is why I wrote that book. Mm-hmm. But I'm big on, the energy, the flow of the energy of God in my life. How is it flowing? Resistance to me means, Deliqua, there's still something in you that you need to work out. It ain't time yet. So people fight against the resistance, keep pushing. No, I look at me, something is off. Because I feel when you are perfectly aligned with that door, it's going to fly open without the resistance.
Okay. So what are some quotes that you want to give everyone?
Some quotes?
Yeah, quotes.
Did you say quotes?
Yeah, you can give one.
I think the biggest one is releasing expectations of others. You can't expect people to show up as you.
That is deep. You guys got to click like, click share. You should have bought a book here, honey.
I should have. I'm trying to think.
Oh, you have a website or some kind of
Of
where people can
course.
What? Just say it.
Of course. What business? If you ain't got no website and you in business, something is wrong.
Some people just don't
Some people don't. I know. So it is author DeliquaIsom.com.
Okay. And spell that out, please.
Author. Oh, my name. Like if they don't know how to spell author, something is wrong. Author DeliquaIsom.com.
Okay. So that's where you can get the book at, guys, and stuff like that. I mean, but we got to keep it real, keep it 100. We got to keep it. We got to keep it 100.
I'm with you.
So I love it, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And keep going. And if you ever need someone to listen to you or keep writing, I think you should write a second part to that book.
Which one?
Of the healing.
That's what this one is about.
Yeah,
the
but
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, but one of your day to day. Not behind the scenes with business, but just write your day-to-day.
No, it's behind the scenes of purpose. So it's talking about my life experiences.
No, but I'm saying like just being the thing is that everybody don't go into it as a business, and you can coach them to get through it. Mm-hmm. And even though it's behind the scenes, but you can give them some more insight. Mm-hmm. Not saying that your book doesn't, but what I'm saying is another chapter to carry on, because when you have something so good, you have to carry that story on a little bit further.
Which is why I do classes. So I have Awakening Your Inner Greatness Masterclass. So I tap into the mindset of greatness, tapping into self-consciousness and awareness, and breaking negative cycles. So I teach courses. I also have a personal development course out there, Pursuit of Greatness. And it's an online course.
Where they get it at?
That's on Kajabi, my Kajabi, Deliqua Isom, mykajabi.com. But that course, they can download it. I don't need to be present. I'll
how
pop
much
up
you
on
sell
the
the course
screen.
for?
That course is $4.99.
Mm-hmm. And how many chapters?
That course is 4 weeks.
Okay.
4 weeks. It's $100 a week, pretty much. If we're gonna break it all the way down. So, but that course, and then the Awakening Your Inner Greatness Masterclass is 3 weeks. It's $2.99. So basically, what I do is I looked at everybody else what they were doing. These conferences, you get all this information, you go home and you forget. You don't know how to apply it. You go information overload. So how I did it was I broke it up. This week I'm gonna teach you this. We're gonna come back. After the first week, we're going to talk about what you guys did, what you missed. We're going to adjust, shift, and then I'm going to give you the newer information, give you time to adjust to that, go apply it, come back. So I broke it down in series to really help people and give them the accountability and support that they need.
You're amazing, and you are an amazing guest. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you guys know, no matter what, you can still overcome it. You can still fight through it.
Yes,
click click, share, and follow, and 25% apparel coming soon.
Oh, shoot now. Let's go now. Let's run it. Let's go. It's T-shirts and hoodies and hats.
And things.
And things.
Bye.